So we're officially 7 days past chemotherapy and radiation therapy. And man, it's been a rough ride. Stick around, I want to tell you all about it.
Hi, and welcome to Yeti at Large. This is a channel focused on making the most out of what you have, no matter where you're at. Thanks for tuning in and helping out.
So here we are on the morning of the last scheduled chemo. I say that carefully because God knows they could always ask for more someday. I've got a bowl of plain oatmeal. That's about all that stays down right now, and a cup of watery English breakfast tea. I'm sitting here growling at the oatmeal, giving myself a pep talk, trying to get it down because of the gag reflex. The dogs are looking at me like I'm insane because I'm growling at my food. You would think today would be a cause for celebration, and I'm sure that it is somewhere. A turning of the page, a new chapter, a step forward. And we'll show some relief when we're downstream from this a little bit, but right now, it just straight up sucks. I'm not going for the shock value to gross you out. I just wanted you to see what some of the private moments look like too. This is one of those things I've never seen until I filmed it. When that door closes and that beam comes on, that's only you in there. And knowing this was my last treatment, and I was about to do a very sacred bell ringing ceremony, I thought it'd be interesting to show a little montage of what it's like in the hallway when the door closes. You can tell by the warning labels it's not to be trifled with. And again, I can't say enough good things about the crew that I had, the techs, the RNs. I felt supported, seen, heard, valued, and cared for every step of the way with this fine team. I really don't think anybody winds up in oncology accidentally. As I leave the last treatment, they send my mask with me. I showed you what that looks. And now let's get to the bell ring. Ring this bell 3 times well. It's told to clearly say, my treatment's done, the course is run, and I'm on my way.
Congratulations!
And as much as that meant to me, there's the only thing I was eyeing, was that exit and to get out of there. So from the hip, no notes. We're exactly 1 week out of radiation therapy and 2 weeks out of chemotherapy. I had 6 chemotherapy sessions once a week, and I had 33 radiation therapy appointments with 2-a-days on the last 2 Fridays. Now that all that's done, the radiation continues to work for about 28 to 30 days, so the side effects might still be there. And chemo takes up to a year to get out of your body with the side effects and that kind of stuff. The last 10 days of therapy have been brutal and miserable. There were many points where I felt like I was going to physically break. Not spiritually or emotionally. Physically, I felt as though I was going to stop functioning as designed. Break. Broken. Among the symptoms, the weight loss accelerates because the eating challenges increase. I'll talk about those in a second. This burn on the outside of my neck because of where the tumor is and where the radiation is focused felt like a 2nd-degree burn boiling up from the inside out. This is the best it's looked in 10 days. For the better part of the last week, twice a day, I would have to clean off a, gross alert, thick rubbery scar and then retreat it with the medication they gave me, which was very painful to apply. Here's what it looked like a few days ago. That's what I'm talking about. This is what it looks like now, and it's a huge improvement. The neuropathy hasn't been so bad because all I really needed was a hot pad on my feet at night. Remember, 7,000 feet, it's wintertime, to keep my toes warm because the circulation isn't great, but that's been the limit of it. The lymphedema they warn you about, non-problem. And today, my voice finally came back to this. For the last 10 days or so, I've been reduced to a whisper. So this is huge. I am bringing in more fluids today than I have. I've been very dehydrated. Today I'm about double where I've normally been, so that's a good sign. But the nausea, the accelerating weight loss, this has been the real pain in the ass. And the mechanics of it are very strange. It's not what I expected. Nobody coached me on this at all. My scenario might be very unique and different. But what happens is this permanent sore throat that I have. I used all the medications. I followed everything religiously, but I've still got this god-awful sore throat. And anytime you drink fluids, you're pretty much okay. Try to put something semi-solid against that soft palate, and it hits your gag reflex like a ton of bricks. What that does then is send a signal straight to your stomach that we're going to vomit. And your stomach, sorry, I've been carrying around a Kleenex nonstop. Your stomach instantly contracts from every direction as hard as it can, as though you're going to vomit. And sometimes those gears will shift and it will come up an inch. Hasn't done that. I haven't thrown up a whole lot, a couple times, but not a whole lot from that. And so, but the problem is then your stomach now hurts for an hour and you're scared. It gets in your head. And first couple of times, you can power through. After 8+ straight weeks of experiencing that, I'm sorry, I'm worn out. I'm tired of feeling this bad. I know eating is going to help. I know drinking is going to help. And I'm literally pushing that every inch that I can. But yeah, so it becomes this vicious catch-22. But I can swallow, which that's a big deal. I'm talking, that's a big deal. I'm not all swollen, that's a big deal. The outside wounds are starting to heal, that's a big deal. And I'm standing on my feet, having made a very short walk to one of my favorite places in northern Arizona. I haven't moved in 5 days. It's been awful. It reminds me, the psychiatrist, philosopher Jung talked about the dark night of the soul, when you hit that rock bottom. Now, to me, rock bottom means you're done, you're broken. You have to be saved by external forces like grace. So I didn't hit rock bottom, but I definitely went twice as low as I have ever gone before, maybe 3 times. So if I didn't hit rock bottom, I can sure as hell see it from where I was at. And here's the rub too. Everyone's tired. You're tired. Your support team is tired. Everybody's exhausted. And life goes on. So that makes it even harder. And you can just keep stacking stuff if you wanted to. I don't want to. What I want to do is dismantle and move forward one step at a time on all those little things that I need to do. I had 10 good spoonfuls of oatmeal today. That's 10 more than I had yesterday or the day before. I'm going to have some miso soup. I'm going to try it with tofu and seaweed today, and I'm hoping to have some ice cream. I had coffee today. It's a battle. And when I said previously I've fought meaner hombres than this, well, I was wrong. This is one of the meanest I've ever fought. So, turning the corner and heading out of this. Got a follow-up appointment at a month. I got a PET scan. That's where they inject you with a dichromatic fluorescent glucose solution. And that's when they go looking to see if there's any cancer. I'm not really going to think about it until we get closer to that, and then it's going to get in my head. But right now, man, ain't nobody got time for that. Sorry, talking about the eating makes that gag thing kick up. So we're just going to walk the path. What we're going to try to do is get victory on the nutrition, add a little bit of weight, and then start stretching and walking, knowing that, God willing, we're going to be back in the gym soon and put some of this weight on we've lost. I wish you guys the best of luck in your journey. And if you're a support person in a cancer journey, God bless you. God bless you. In many ways, it's harder on you than it is on the patient, because the patient doesn't have any choice. You do. And you choose to support those people. God bless you. Hang tough, though, okay? We'll be in touch when the PET scan comes out. And in the meantime, I may get back to making a couple of more fun videos. Yeti at large.